it's time for the second leg, and we have a 1-goal advantage. 17,000 expected at the Lane, and we are in uncharted territory. This is the first time Notts have ever held the lead going into a second leg of a playoff tie. Yeah, I remember when we had the second leg once here 8 years ago. Let's just hope we don't do that again tonight. Notts need to do what Wimbledon did to us last season. An early goal, settle the nerves. It's going to be nerve-wracking. This is going to be awful. It's going to be the worst I've felt since Wembley. 90 minutes, hopefully, from the Arch. Come on, Notts. Come on, you guys. Let's do this. Unchanged starting 11, which is good because the team played excellently in the away leg. Dennis and Bennett come onto the bench. We ain't got a centre back on the bench again, no. Just nervy. Nice ball. You're expecting them to get out into the opening exchanges because, you know, of the aggregate score. But my word, am I nervous at this. Our first moment came when it went all the way to the back post. Luca were about to strike it, and I think it was McFadden who got in the way. Our midfield just needs to settle down a bit, Rushing passes too much. And it's not even under pressure either, it's just like, just pick the simple pass. Shatters won a lot in the air today. Luke and Earpender need to get their passes off better, need to get their shots off quicker and a lot more. Just when the opportunity presents itself, shoot or pass.
Playoff football, don't you love it really when you're not involved? It ain't quite so enjoyable when you are, but there's some really big performances out there tonight. Norburn is absolutely immense, he's clearing up everything. Jatta is everywhere, Jatta's playing like I really wish Jatta had played all this time. His movement, he's winning things, he's closing down. He deserves a goal tonight, he deserves, let's hope he gets one. Keep swapping the wingers, I don't know the plan behind that, but they're both having good games. But there's bits in the middle and certainly bits at the back where we're being a bit casual, we're being a bit tentative, not being sure, not being certain with the passing, just giving it away a little bit too easy. And one thing we really do need to make sure we do is not give them anything. If they win it, if they deserve it, if they earn it, that's up to them. But we don't want to give it to them. I'm sure Pato's saying the same thing there at half time now, and let's just hope that some of those big performances stay and one or two others catch up.
That was almost a carbon copy of the goal we scored at Chesterfield. Notts worked it well down the wing. Earpender put it across and Lucas skied it. He really should have scored, to be fair. To try and even this up, and Love and Kuya on for Jones and Jatta. Brave subs at this stage. We need Lee to hold it all. Needs to bring players into play. Shatter's done better than he did last weekend in holding it up, but the ball's running too loose for them. We really need to get a grip of the ball. Palmer and Grant on for Luca and Norburn. What a shift by Ollie Norburn. He's put an amazing effort in tonight. Bobby Notts has man of the match. Ref's pulled his hamstring, so now the fourth official's got to take his place, and that's going to have more time on. We need to be careful in and around the penalty area. We've got to put it into better areas. 9 minutes added, and Belshaw telling the defence and the midfield and the striker, or telling everyone to just get out.
Yes, Belshaw!
Not so off to Wembley again. I'd love to be. Whilst I'm delighted, the job isn't done yet. So forgive me for being pessimistic again. A very, very nervy game at the Lane, and probably the most nervous I've been since Wembley. For the third time in 6 years off to Wembley. Which is quite crazy to think because we'd never been to the new Wembley before 2020. Like I say, though, a very nervy game. Chesterfield came out of the traps. Well, not like full on like 100 miles an hour, but like, you knew they were going to come out and try and get on the front foot immediately, because obviously they were a goal down and you're expecting them to, because of that very reason. They had a free kick, which I believe was deflected wide. Berry also skied one into the cop. We had we got into some good positions as well in the first half, but the final pass, or the decision to take an extra touch rather than shooting, like we didn't get our shot away. I remember we won the ball back high up. The ball was rolled across for Luca, whose first time shot was blocked by Donossian, and Jata just couldn't wrap his foot around it or scramble it in. And then I think Luca cut inside and then just didn't decide to shoot when he really should have. I mean, one goal either way can turn the tie. And in the second half, we had a fantastic chance. Iapenda and Cerullo link up really well. Balls played across. And looking at it now, I think, you know what, Luca has more time than we actually think in real time. Like, he really should score, to be fair, and put the tie to bed. But no, the struggle continues onwards, and oh my word, what a horrible 99 minutes of football. Even the scoreboard wasn't working for the amount of time. Well, the scoreboard was working, but like it didn't show that 9 minutes had been added. We had to get that information from Twitter, and obviously they're just gonna put everyone forward, and it's just the most horrible experience being in the Kop and being that far away from the end we're defending. But we got there in the end. They had their best moment of the game really came from Mark Candy when he was played through. Bordeaux loses him a bit, and Belshaw tips it wide, and then Belshaw saves it later on. I know they had a moment where the ball went across the box and nobody got a touch on it, and like my heart literally skipped a beat. But Belshaw hangs on to it in like the 9th minute. The ref blows the final whistle, an absolute jubilation. But of course, like 9 minutes of added time, the ref pulled his hamstring or something and had to be replaced by the 4th official. Like all the things we've been through in the playoffs as well. Like I say, 7 times in 9 seasons. When you've been in the playoffs that many times, like it's character building, but it also scars you. But now we have one more. As Luke Williams said 3 years ago, now we have one more. Against the one team, we have the worst record out of any other team against in League 2. And the one manager who I think we have the worst record against. We've won 1 game against Salford in 7 attempts. The rest have been losses. We never drew to them. We have also won only once against Carl Robinson in 15 attempts. And that was the first time we played him, when we won 2-0 at the Lane against MK. They have done the double over us. They have a better record against us. They also have what I've just said about Carl Robinson. They have a striker who costs more than our entire squad put together. But it's a playoff tie. And as we've seen, Chesterfield did the double over us this season. Didn't mean anything when it came to the playoffs, because look who's off to Wembley. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Like as Pato said, they're one-off games. And the last 3 playoff finals, the team who has won the final didn't beat their opponent in the league season. Crawley never beat Crewe. Wimbledon never beat Walsall. Carlisle never beat Stockport. M3 didn't win their any of the 2 league games against their opponent, but they won the playoff final. Absolute props to Pato. because he got his tactics over these 2 legs spot on. Set up completely different to how we did in the league. I do think we were nervy in the opening 45. I think Robbo had a few passes go astray. So did Rod. I thought Ollie Norburn was fantastic, by the way. He really just stopped his authority in the midfield. Really got control of the ball and helped our attackers get into better areas. Jones, Cerula, Luca, Yapenda. Jata won more in the first half than he did in the entire 90 or however long he played at their place. But it was clear later on that we needed a Love to kind of help hold the ball up a bit better, because Jata was just up there on his own, and the other 10, well, the other 9 I should say, it's a bit difficult for Belshaw to be up there, isn't it? We basically just retreated into their own half to try and not hang on to the lead. But we got the job done. We defended fantastically. I think Ness was excellent again. Rod did eventually, settle down a bit, and he did play well. Badara, apart from losing Mark Candy once in the second half that led to that save from Belshaw, had a sound game. Norburn, like I said, they're excellent. Really, really control. That is the Ollie Norburn we've needed. That is the Ollie Norburn who steps up and has become the leader, and has become, he's shown the reason why he's been promoted a number of times with Tranmere. We're going to need that when we head down Wembley way. 11 years we've been away from League One. It's been a long time. We're not going to be favourites. The media are going to want a Salford win. We have one more. Let's finish the job. If there's ever a time to beat them, it's Monday. If you enjoyed the vlog, give it a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Stay subscribed if you're subscribe if you're new. Be safe, be champions, and as always, toodoosh.